Hey guys, and welcome back to the newest episode of Lost Gaming, where today we are doing the finale of .hack Mutation, so that we can move on to Outbreak next. Alright, so last time we took care of a couple of secret dungeons while we were in between episodes. I did a little bit of cleanup. I've still got a little bit more to do. I've got to get a couple more GOT statues and find Grandpa and Monsieur a few more times to finish out the Ryu books, but I mean, other than that, we're pretty much done with it. So today we are going after the big dog of this game. And it's been so long since I've gone up against this one, I actually needed to look up a little bit of strategy information for him. One of the first things that I'm going to do, though, is I need to make a little bit of room in my inventory. Don't need that after all. Bought some of these while I was doing my runs. Don't particularly need them. Let's see, is there anything yeah, get rid of that. It's just some stuff that I happened to pick up while I was running some of these. But these are the bent glasses. They are the rare item that you can get. Overall, good magical equipment. Other than that, I'm not all that crazy about it, but I mean, it's not bad. We've seen worse. Alright, and I'm also going to drop off a few things over here. I'm hoping that got us enough that I'll be able to do my buffs pretty good. Let's see, we need to that up. Don't need you. I'll pull those out later, or at least the rare weapons out later, so that we can show off those like we did in the last episode, or the finale of Infection. Let's go ahead and get our usual. Need to get more of these. And even that might not be enough. I'm hoping it will be, but these are the main ones that we need for Hunter's Blood. Probably not quite as important, but it's still not a bad idea. That's right, I ran out of Fury Orbs while I was running around. Take care of that. Okay, and so what you need for going into this fight is actually going to be a little bit different than what it was in the last one, and I'm just doing this because I'm not actually expecting to get much out of this, but I'm going to give them a try against them. They want you to take the recommended strategy for the most part is to take, rather than 2 damage dealers and you stand back, for you to take 1 strong damage dealer. So we're going to look for probably our strongest physical hitter, and I think because we've used Black Rose so much, I'm going to take Sanjuro.
Oh, it's you.
And we need a magic user, and Mistral just nukes everything so good. She's definitely a solid one to take. Got a few things that we can give to get them a little bit more prepared. This will also clean out my inventory a little bit. Okay, that should be pretty good for him. Now for Mistral, that's going to be a great one for her. I think she's already got that, but I don't have any. Okay, so Mistral's pretty. So I really hope that I can do this and I'm not wasting my time. Okay, just the. Alright, so now that the gate hack's done, we're heading into the aerial city. Alright, and as you all might recognize, this is sort of similar to what we had to go through last time. We've just got a walkway. I'm going to put this on him so we can move a little quicker through here. You notice there isn't really a map of this place. We've kind of just got to take our best guess and go, but since we can move the camera around, this was the only place that even had a section where you could go into anything. Alright, so let's see if anybody's got anything. They do, good. I'm going to wind up buffing them all a little bit more later. But letting them get a couple of strengthening abilities up on themselves saves me from having to do them myself. And I definitely want to save as many of those as I can for when we get to the boss. Let's see, he is Earth, so this one ought to hit him pretty solidly. And we got a protect break. We don't want to go too crazy, but I definitely want that. Definitely want to stock up on F cores where we can. Mistral really can't do anything for this, so we're just going to attack him ourselves. I'm saving that those Banes for the boss of this area. Like I said, I don't think that they're actually really meant to be used on, but I want to try just to kind of see. Because it's never something I've really done. Actually, what does that holy tree mail look like? So, I mean, for the most part, we've got pretty good. We've been equipped pretty well to deal with this. The recommended level for coming through here is 50 to 51. So Kite's about the right level. Everybody else might be a little underleveled. I'm going to give him this just because I can. Plus it sounded like one he'd like, so... Oh, this is the one that has that ability. However, we do have some equipment that has us a nice juke spell. So we can just keep hitting him. Here, I'll just tell to use magic because he's got to. Again, I'm not going to use. This actually probably needs to be like the last one that we data drain through here because I need to make sure that I don't have too much. My infection level is too high going into the boss because we definitely want to data drain him. And since it's not a data bug, it's one that can actually be killed. Okay, so that didn't really work. Let's try Thunder Dance, see how that works. It's not bad. I'm still not entirely sure what his... I will just tell Mistral to get on first aid. There we go. That wasn't too bad, and that should have gotten our virus level down a little bit. Glad I bought extra mage's souls. Physical tolerance, so that means everybody uses magic. Now this is just one of the examples of just try to make sure that you've got equipment ready for various situations. This game is, especially once you get into this part of the game and later volumes, it becomes even more important. But it's just an example of how this game can be extremely strategic, just taking advantage of enemy typing. It's a lot more focused in that matter, or in that regard, than Infection or the GU series is. For the most part, you can just spam physical attacks throughout the game and be okay with getting through. Thinking about things like the typing and stuff like that isn't as important through it.
Bearcat eggs.
Alright, so far so good. Because of the situation that we are in, we're going to not clear out this dungeon. Actually, since we're going through them pretty good, I'm not down low enough just yet for me to feel comfortable getting back to data draining. That might have... I'm kind of thinking we might be able to get a couple of level ups. So all of our buffs are off. I mean, you definitely want to make sure all of your buffs stay up for as long as you can. That should take care of us, cause that's kind of lucky. At least for getting through this a little bit quicker anyway. But I mean, if we were able to get a couple more level ups, I don't think we're going to have any trouble here anyway. The strategy for dealing with this boss is pretty straightforward. It is just a matter of making sure that you execute. And actually, I'm going to take the time to kind of knock some of these open, just to get a couple of... I thought that this might be a higher level thing, so we might be getting, or be able to get some recovery drinks, but technically no, so... Yeah, even though it's a level 50 area, it's not, and we're getting level 50 enemies, we're not really getting level 50 items per se. Stroll, go back on first aid before Kite dies. Yeah, I'm not going to take the risk of dying. Gives me that does get us another F4, so I mean we definitely want to get a good chunk of those before we get too far. So we're definitely going to need the F cores later. And you see, this is actually the one that I really find the most annoying. Just because he's got so much HP, he doesn't, even the elemental hits don't hit him that hard. Hey, it's just really annoying to have to deal with him. Let me see what that was. Now screw it, you're here. It's better than what you've got.
I wish I could.
Use the lightsaber. Now, if only it would make the noise when you hit. I'm pretty sure that this is probably the final floor. Ooh, this is new. got a fire tolerance, so that means I need to get some stuff. This is a good time to show off how really effective this can be. Really shouldn't, but I hadn't got the chance to data drain a Wander Demon. Alright, so now tell them to do first aid. I will recover SP. She is going to get this now, cause that's a whole lot better than what she's got. Alright, so we've got one more fight here, so we'll take it. I was really hoping for something else. No, not skills, magic. Let's... Okay, Mistral's hitting probably harder than... We're just going to compare. Mara did 314. The Elemental made you cruise did 470. I mean, that kind of just goes to show you how powerful the summons really are. That without elemental abilities, it just kind of tore through him pretty hard. Alright, let's do first aid again. I kind of want to wait and let all of our buffs wear off, but I also don't want to wait that long. So I'm going to have them all strengthen. I'm going to refresh mine. Okay. Alright, let's do it.
There's something in the back.
And there we go.
It's acting like the boss of this ghost town.
Okay, so we do not want to get anywhere near him. I'm going to send Sanjuro on out there to attack him straight up, but we're not getting anywhere near him. Because in fact, my main job is going to be to keep him alive. And I just keep telling them to use skills. As you see, he's got these abilities that let him kind of just ignore, or not ignore, but he does like this. He hits very quickly, repeatedly. Potions do the best right there, cause, and you see, it's actually not too bad, cause we're burning through him pretty quick. And actually, this is part of the reason why I brought these. I don't think they'll work, but... Alright, but before we try the other one, let's see what we can get. Looks like they both missed, so I didn't really expect them to work. I mean, and really this is just a matter of keeping HP up, keeping SP up, and letting the two of them do their thing. Keep telling them to use skills. And when I've got an in-between moment, blast him with some magic. And actually this is the time where you want to get Sanjuro rebuffed for his abilities. Let's give him more Mage's Souls. I hope I've got enough for this. I mean, we just want to keep on hitting him just as much as we can and get that protect break as quickly as possible. All the while, Kite and Mistral stay on the edge of spellcasting range and let Sanjuro kind of just tank everything. And this is... You really don't want to get caught up in there because his abilities are AoE. And if you run up in there with Sanjuro, there's the potential both of you could die at the same time. And that becomes very dangerous because then he can focus on Mistral, who might not be able to heal in time before he gets to her. I mean, it's really just keeping... Now, that's one of the good things about him being just a straight up physical hitter, is there's a little bit of a delay, and as long as his attacks aren't single one-shotting you, you can kind of recover. But there we go, we have got the Crimson Raid. And I'm going to go ahead and equip that right now because look at those stats compared to... The only things that really go down are our magic and there we go. But this is not over.
This is the thing that destroyed the city?
We got the Lucky Shoes. Alright, and that's really the end of Mutation. There's not really a whole lot left to do except for a little bit of cleanup. What I'm going to do right now is clean out my inventory just a little bit so we can take a look at some of the things that you can get, some of the rare items that we didn't really take the time to look at through here. Let's see, I'll go and I'll just store some of this other stuff so that I can make a little bit more room. Alright, but we can kind of see up close good of Crimson Raid. It looks just like the fish skin, except this gives you a nice red trail Let's make sure we've got some room. Alright, so what have we got in here that's rare? Got Gemini Soul. We've got to get all of our Goblin Cap equipment out. And actually, I think that's pretty much it, really. Alright, so we'll go ahead and, before we leave here, we will go ahead and equip all of this. Okay, that's the lucky shoes give you these boosts here. They give you the no damage ability and give you the HP and SP recovery. You see, when you equip all of the goblin equipment, this time you get more goblins. Alright, well, since we're here and we can kind of save us a little bit of time, this is what the Gemini Soul looks like. Got that nice white little trail behind it. It's just like the rusty nails in that this is one that is meant for you to use just to, if you're having to go back and fight enemies, to just try to get the rare items from them through the data drains. It lets you fight things that you'd normally just slaughter in a hit, and actually, so we'll just do a quick little random field in here, and we'll just show off a couple of things just before we wrap this up and call it an episode. Alright, so there's that. Let's go ahead and use more goblins. 907 points of damage with that. And our regular attack did 467. So I mean, that's not insignificant. We'll run over here real quick, and since I'm here anyway, and it's got a Spring of the Mist, we will take a second and go ahead and take care of this. So we've got one shore taken care of. Brings us just a step closer to getting the Ryu books completed. Alright, so let's find one more, and we will equip the Gemini Soul back just so that I can show off how this works. Kind of hoping for a big one so that there's only one. Alright, so as you can see, we're doing 10 points of damage at level 50 on a level 13 field. By contrast, we switch back to our Crimson Ray that we had before. 430 points of damage. So like I said, they're great for taking care of enemies that you need to go search for to get data drains for. Alright, but with that, we've pretty much done everything that can be done in .hack Mutation. There's not really a whole lot left for us to do here, so I will see you guys next time when we start on .hack Outbreak. We're halfway through the series and we're almost there. I'll see you guys then.